Hello, how is everyone today? I'm back after the anxiety. That was, that was crucial. Um, my previous video was live, and I find that that's the best format for me because I get to do it in the moment, and I'm not thinking, okay, what shall it look like? How shall I edit? How shall? No, it's just off the cuff. Whatever comes, and cool. Let's do this. Um, I tried some new makeup right now, but I noticed that it could be eyelashes and then these eyebrows. Look, and the title of this video is "What Does Your Crazy Look Like?" Because my crazy looks like picking myself apart, um, agoraphobia, because I have panic attacks and anxiety attacks, and agoraphobia is about people. The definition, and this is what I thought the definition was that the fear of open spaces, the fear of being out in the world, but it's a little bit deeper than that. And I will talk about that because we're talking about what does your crazy look like. And for me, my crazy manifests in so many different ways. What's amazing to me is that um I didn't recognize my crazy or my abnormal or the ways that my trauma shapes what I manifest in my life. So my blind spots, I've been through a dark night of the soul. And I look back at my Facebook post in 2016, I was saying God was whipping my ass. And if I come through this, then I will come through as pure gold. But it just seems like to me, like in 2019 is when he really started to just womp on me. And I use the term he because I was raised Christian, and that's how I refer to God. I'm in a phase in my life now. I'm at a point in my life now where I understand that God will speak to you in the language in which you allow Him to speak to you. So if you were raised Christian and molded as Christian and corralled into Christianity, then He will speak to you in that language, in the language that God came to me in a dream, and I heard the Spirit say to me. I understand that now. So I try to broaden my language, my spiritual language, so that God can speak to me in a variety of ways, and I will receive it. But I digressed, and that is not healthy for me because that's not good for me because I will forget. But the point was, it was my crazy. It 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 manifests in many different ways. Um, but my point was that, and I wanted people to understand that that is my choice of how I speak of God in that gender, he. Um, but I felt like I wanted to grow spiritually. I wanted to heal physically, mentally, and emotionally. Well, not physically. Yeah, I do. Who doesn't want to be in great physical health? But I wanted enlightenment, to be honest. I wanted it all, enlightenment. And people think of enlightenment as you're this airy fairy guru. That's not enlightenment. Enlightenment is a total detachment, as much as you can, excuse me, from ego. So all of what you are, all of what you've assembled, all of what you believe, all of your memories, all of that structuring is torn down in this presence, and in the presence of spirit, and in the pursuit of spirit of God. Enoch walked with God and was not, for God took him. So ego, good day, ma'am. I am the daughter of, I was conceived my all of that is torn down, darling. Enlightenment is not cute. Ain't nothing cute about enlightenment. Okay, this makeup that I have thrown on my face, and and you young women that be doing all that, and the older ones too. I know y'all gonna come for me, but I'm sorry. This is how I have done my makeup. Okay. Uh, And here again, my crazy coming through. That was my crazy. I will critique myself and then I will preempt your critique, okay? Because what I'm not going to do is you think that I don't know that I am hideous. The crazy is real. The crazy is real. And we will embrace our crazy. We will understand our crazy. And then we will transcend our crazy. And frankly, if we don't transcend our crazy in the spirit of enlightenment, it don't matter our crazy. But I mean, those are levels. Those are levels. So we don't want to try to act like you know, that we are Enoch or that we are Paul or whoever, whatever guru or somebody who has fully realized and are seated in an awakened state. And that awakened state is to realize that you are a spirit contained in a body. The body is the thing that is your obstacle, if you will, to full enlightenment. In other words, the needs of the body, the thoughts of the brain, which is a part of the body, the emotions, the thing that you have to do to put on your armor in this world realistically. No one comes into this world and doesn't have an ego. Okay. But I wanted to talk, and let's get on the subject. Let me get on the subject about our crazy. What is your crazy? Share that in the comment section. What do you feel like you've come to know about yourself that you thought was perfectly, you didn't even think that it was perfectly okay. You didn't even have the thought, oh, this is okay. It just didn't cross your mind to think that it was not okay. What is your crazy? One of my crazies, and I want to get in later into agoraphobia, but one of my crazies is that I pick myself apart. And as an Enneagram 4, that is called introjection. It's a way that 4s try to protect themselves from hurt and rejection by getting there first. So I get there first. In other words, I'm aware that people would think that my Afrocentric features, the nose, the lips, the head shape, whatever it may be, the dark skin, how could I forget that? Because we will go into later about the colorism that I suffered. But whatever you may, the way I put this makeup on and then the way I wrap this hip wrap, people may think, okay, well, that rightly so, that the eyebrow, you know what I'm saying? And I try to get to it before you do. And I tell myself, hideous. And I want you to know that I know, hey, you know what? Girl, look at these. Girl, I know it looks awful. And then here's the thing: I had 3 children. At 16, I had. That's another story. 16, I had my first child, married and pregnant. As pregnant first, married and with a child, a military wife. With all of the diligence that I had against what my mother put me through and what my mother was to me. And if you note that my father's absent in that convenient, because see, the onus falls on the woman, especially in the Black community, but that's another story for another day. The child becomes an extension of yourself. So it's like your arm. It's very unhealthy kind of a attachment and the way of thinking of a child. Its child does not come to you, it comes through you. And it's on this earth for its own purpose, its own expression of God. So that the same thing, they put some lotion on your face. Oh my goodness, it's so ashy. They put some chapstick on your face. Oh, and then they do stuff that's disappointing, or things that human beings are going to do, or things that human beings are going to experience on this earth, the negative as well as the positive. The negative is like it's something, a reflection on you, and this world does look at it that way, but it is not that way, and you have no right as a parent to think that way. So what I'm saying is, my crazy was extended to my children, because of that fact that I'm thinking of them as an extension of me. So one of my crazies is to pick myself apart. One of my crazies, is to be negative towards myself. And I see the negative first as an Enneagram, ENNEGRAM. I will put it down in the description box once this is done. But my crazy as an Enneagram 4 is seeing the negative first, looking for the negative first. Everyone has a coping mechanism for how this world comes at them, because this world comes at you fast. So that's part of why the ego is formed, to protect yourself against dangers in this world. And to relate to others. You can't just be a spirit just wandering through, all ethereal and silent. You have to find ways to interact with people, connect with people, communicate with people. So that particular crazy is detrimental in so many ways. Seeing the negative first. How do you find edification in your life? How are you edified in your life if all you see is negative things? Let me turn this around. How do you and if you are hurrying to critique yourself, how do you get a true and sure opinion of other people's thoughts on your person? How do you get new perspectives on yourself if you want to preempt someone else's thoughts on the matter and replace them with your own? Yeah. Agoraphobia is another thing but agoraphobia manifests for me as a feeling, like this feel for a room, feel for a place. Like I'm staying with my son now. I'm working on another contract, and I'm staying with my son, and this area that I'm sitting in right here is a room in the home that I adore. It just feels right. It feels right. I can function here in this room. I do stuff in this room. Thus, these lives. It's a desk right here that's set up. Little place that my granddaughter loves to sit. This is her favorite spot to sit. She does her homework here. I promise you, there's a spirit that guards this home, and the spirit resides here. That's the way I feel about it. And beautiful, beautiful. And I'm safe here. And safety is the very big thing for me that I didn't realize. It never manifested in my mind. Okay, I started therapy again, and my therapist brought that to my attention: protection, safety. I feel very safe with my son. He has really ordered his home and his life in a beautiful way. And I feel protected here in his space. And this room is a safe place for me. Uh, I fully understand that I'm not going to expect him to be my protector or to place those responsibilities on his shoulders. It's just that's how I feel. That's the energy he gives off. That is that is the stance he has taken in this world. Very powerful soul. My youngest son, I have 3 children. And I'm staying with my youngest son. All of my children are beautiful human beings, very powerful human beings. So, but I'm just saying that is how I feel in his home around him, protected. But agoraphobia is more the feeling of where am I safe? Because where I don't feel safe, that's where I'm not going to be. Okay, so I'm the flaker. I'm the one that's going to be like, I don't feel like it. Now that's Enneagram 4 stuff. We don't feel. We got to feel it. But at the same time, agoraphobia is about trying to avoid the fear, the crushing terror of anxiety and panic attacks. So, where I don't feel safe or feel comfortable, that's the place where I'm not going to be. So, so my crazy does look like flakiness, avoidance, okay, isolation. That's what my crazy looks like. So what does your crazy look like? Put it down in the comments. Let me know something. This is a tarot channel. And I think what I'm about to do on my next live is I'll have tarot cards ready. So, I mean, it's not really a tarot channel anymore. I don't feel that as an Enneagram 4. I'm going to give you the double nod. I'm going to tell you a story about the double nod, the Joan double nod. I don't feel tarot right now. I feel like sharing me right now. And so that's what this is. So this is an Enneagram 4 channel. Okay, let me go back in the about area and tell it like it is. No, if I don't feel like doing tarot, I'm not doing tarot. If I feel like talking, I'm gonna talk. And y'all want to join me in the discussion, come on. But next time I want to do a tarot reading, just have the cards and do a pick a card, just shuffle and ask what the spirit wants you to know now. Point of fact, I'm probably going to come back with that. I'm going to come back. As a matter of fact, I saw 1818 on the clock, and so I'm going to go ahead and come back with a live pick a card reading. And in the future, if I'm doing a tarot reading and somebody just happens into the room or they want to be read, I will read for you. And everybody will get their turn, as long as it's a reasonable amount of people, everybody will get their turn. But yeah, I just want to talk about my crazy, just the things that I've noted. There's a lot of stuff that I've been through that I'm going to share with you in these lives. I want y'all to put a prayer up it for me regarding my hair because I'm getting it. I did my first bleaching, and then I'm gonna do my next bleaching tomorrow and get it dyed gray or silver or whatever we're feeling at the time. And that's it. I appreciate y'all watching, whoever's watching, and enjoy the rest of y'all day. Be blessed.